So we have here something called concentration. Now, concentration is a way of measuring the relationship between solute and solvent. Now, there's a number of ways that we can do that, but we're only going to study 2 in Chem 1. You take Chem 2, you study 4. But the one that we're studying today is called percent solute. We're about to discuss what that means. And then the next lesson is what we call molarity, and this is the one that chemists like to use the most. Percent solute is the one that industry or businesses like to use the most. So I think it's kind of important to know both of those. So how do we do that? Well, let's talk about percent solute. Percent solute is a comparison of the amount of solute in a solution. And when I say solution, what I mean is solute plus solvent together. Your homogeneous mixture is a mixture of solute and solvent. And like I said, most of the time we deal with water. In Chem 2 we started looking at some solvents that are not water, but everything we do in this class we'll be dealing with water as our solvent. And so the equation for that is, now when I say amount, I mean it's mass or volume of liquid. We're going to be talking about masses, but it could be applied to volumes of liquid as well. But we're not going to have problems like that. So this will be the mass of the solute divided by the mass of the quantity solute plus solvent, because that's the solution. It's got to be the sum of those two times 100. So that's the formula we're going to be using for these problems. So let's take a look at a couple of examples of it. Example, 12.5 grams of glucose, that's glucose, or fructose, either one. In 200 grams of water, what is the percent solute? So it might help to decide, to demonstrate which is solute, which is solvent. This is the solute, it's a smaller quantity. This is the solvent, it's a larger quantity. Plus it's water, and water is always our solvent. So we use the formula, mass of solute over mass of solute plus solvent times 100. That's our basis for the calculation. Okay, so the percent solute equals the mass of the solute is 12.5 grams. The mass of the solute and solvent together, I'll put both of those down. So the solute we said is 12.5 grams plus the solvent is 200 grams. And then times 100. So you punch that into your calculator exactly the way it's written. Don't stop in the middle and hit enter and then start over with the next part. Do not do that. Do this all as 12.5 times 100 divided by parentheses 12.5 plus 200, close parentheses, enter, and your answer is 5.88%. Okay? That's all there is to it. Now, we can manipulate things that are missing that you still have to use the formula for, but you got to use your algebra skills. which some of you I know are pretty good at, and some of you need to continue working on. This is an example of that. How many grams of this compound are in 155 grams of a 3.5% solution of that compound? So again, percent solute equals mass of solute over mass of solute plus solvent, also known as the mass of the solution, times 100. Okay? Now, percent of solute is 3.5%. This is our solute right here, so let's put that down there. Solute is this, and it doesn't say it, but it's a solution, so we know that H2O is the solvent. Okay? So, percentage is 3.50%. When you put it in the equation, it asks for the percent. Do not put the percent sign in. That's what the 100 is for. So we're going to leave it without. The mass of the solute is what we're trying to find. So that is our unknown. Mass of solute over the mass of the solution. It says here the mass of the solution is 155 grams. That is the mass of both the solute and the solvent times 100. So now we divide by 100. So we get 0.0350 equals mass of solute over 155 grams. And then multiply by 155 grams. Cancel it out. And the mass of solute, when we multiply 155 by 0.0350 is 5.57 grams of the CONH2. That's how you do the problem. So there's another way of doing a missing particle problem, but I'll let you do the math on that because that's just basic algebra. So your assignment. At the bottom of the script. Practice problems 1 through 5. Have fun.